Killer white heroin crisis sweeping across the nation.
Heroin addiction can happen to anyone.
The number of users up 80%.
The number of heroin users has nearly doubled in just the past 3 years.
Combination involving heroin and alcohol.
The number of Americans using heroin has doubled over the last decade.
Sunday night, I remember she called, and I just came home from my travel ball tournament, and my mom was talking to her on the phone, and she was talking to my little sisters, and I remember saying, "Don't tell her that I'm here because I don't want to talk to her."
I'm gonna cry. Deep breath. It's tough, but it's good. It's good. It's really good. I have to say that when you have a child that's addicted to heroin, every day if the phone rings or somebody knocks on the door, you wonder if it's that call. The night, which was just past midnight, when somebody was knocking on my front door, I thought it was my oldest child who was in high school, and I thought it was that she was coming home late. I thought, that's really strange. She never comes home late on a school night, and I was really mad. I ran down the stairs, and I opened my front door to find her father standing there, Lindsay's father standing there, and he did not have to say a word. I knew exactly why he was at that door. I don't remember exactly what happened after that. I know that it was the worst day of my entire life. It affects everyone, you know, our hearts are broken forever.
That would have been the last time I would have got to talk to her, was that night. And then I remember my mom running down the stairs and banging on the door, and I thought it was a burglar or somebody coming in. And then when I came out of my room and looked downstairs, I saw my dad, and he didn't have to say anything because I had already known. And then my little sisters woke up, and that night when no one slept, and it was the worst day I've ever had.
So when I found out that my daughter was addicted to heroin, I was shocked. I had no idea anybody even did heroin. Mm-hmm. She had probably 3.5 year battle before heroin was introduced to her world. I just had no idea it was out there. I would say that 1.5 years before she passed, she confessed to her dad that she was using heroin, and he told me. And the total of times that we had her in rehab was 5, but the last 2 times she was in rehab, she asked for help.
I knew about my sister using and being an addict, and she struggled throughout that her whole life. I didn't know it was that bad and serious. When I was in middle school, we would hang out a lot, and it was before her drug use got really bad, and we would always tan in the backyard or swim and stuff, and she would bring me everywhere she went, and she really liked like showing me off, kind of like, this is my little sister. Like, I don't know. I thought that was really cool to have a relationship like that. Her last like year and a half, I refused to talk to her. I thought it was better for her, kind of like realizing, oh, my sister's not talking to me, maybe I should change or like stop using. But yeah, I knew it was a possibility to lose her to an addiction, but you never think it's gonna happen. Like, you don't hear about that kind of stuff every day happening, and I thought she would be thrown in jail before she was.
Not One More was formed in February of 2012. Some of us parents got together because our children were dying of heroin, and some parents have active addicts, and we were like, what are we going to do? So we decided to get together and go to City Hall and do something about this instead of keeping it hush-hush, like we're losing our children, our most precious commodity. And my role in Not One More, I'm the president right now of Not One More. We go into the schools now and speak to the children and let them know, like, this is what's going on. I'll go in as the mom who's lost a child and bring 2 addicts with me in the 22-ish age range so they can relate to them. We want them to know what a beast this is. So it's all a gateway drug to heroin. They don't just start one day using heroin. It's all steps to that greater addiction. Some of the warning signs of any drug use is character change. They're moody, they don't want to go to school, that kind of stuff. Missing some money, or I would say in the heroin world, parents need to know if your kid's sleeping a lot, has what I call vampire hours, it's a good indication that your kid's been doing drugs for a while. With having our organization, Not One More, it absolutely helps my heart heal. The awareness that it brings to everyone in our community and other cities that reach out to us, it's part of that healing process.
I would say just remembering times with her helps me get through harder days, and remembering that she's still here. She's just not here physically, but she's always with us. I would say to anyone going through a heroin addiction that there's help out there, and it affects more than just yourself, and there's a whole bunch of people who love you and who support you and want you to get better, but you have to want the help also.
If I had the chance to tell an audience of kids, young adults, about addiction, about heroin, I would want them to know that, look, you don't just start off doing heroin. It's you party with the alcohol, maybe some pot comes around, and then some time may pass, and you might already be high, and then somebody goes, here, try this, and it's a pill, and some kids will say, no, I'm not going to try that. But some kids will try it, and opiates are very addictive. And if they can't find the opiates, which are Oxycontin, all that, heroin is very easy to find and it's very cheap. So my message to kids is, don't even try it once.